Well, hello there everyone, Dead Spikes here. Today I'm making a video talking about the Vine Whip. It is the new jungle weapon. Get it from farming DLC 1, from 2 out of the 3 areas I believe it can drop. It took me a long time to get this weapon. Quite a few hours of grinding Panda Plateau. And I finally got it, and I got really lucky and it popped with nearly perfect rolls. Actually, I would probably say perfect rolls. I'm quite lucky. I put it on, I tried it out, and I was like, holy crap. This thing's a good weapon. I swear, in this game, it feels like every time I pick up a new weapon, it's like, well, this is better than the last one. Well, this is better than the last one. I mean, just look at this thing. So the special feature about the Vine Whip is it gets extra range. Well, I mean, the whip, it gets extra range. The Vine Whip gives its poison, which, I mean, poison's really not that important. If I would have known it was poison, I probably really wouldn't have farmed for it. So for people trying to make this build, you could probably just use a normal whip and it would do the job fine. And if I remember correctly, the Vine Whip is kind of glitched right now anyway, and the poison only deals 1 damage per second, rather than the normal poison damage, which is pretty crappy. So, don't fluster yourself too hard to get the Vine Whip like I did. Kind of use a normal whip to be able to do what you see me doing right here. But yeah, look at this thing just tearing through waves and waves and waves of enemies with no problem at all. Also, I'll go over it a little bit more in depth when I get towards the end of this, but I have no healing on this weapon or armor. Isn't that crazy? There's no radiance, there's no leeching, but you can still see me staying topped off on health. You probably know what's going on, but just stay tuned and I'll teach you the little trick. It's quite nice. It's the first time I've ever even used a build so far without an armor or a weapon healing stat of some form, whether it be lifesteal, leeching, or radiance. And it's working, and it's crazy. It's working well. It's working well. It's probably dealing more damage. It's amazing. Using pretty traditional artifacts in the Dead Spikes world. Running a double mushroom. I swapped it up to use the lightning rod. I don't use it that often. I do need to learn to use it often, but I don't. It's really nice for like armored enemies, like right there. It's just gonna pop and one-shot them. Just really fun to hit things with the Vine Whip. Ooh, hunter armor. Woo! All right, we got the bridge down. We're gonna go across. Go fight some more enemies. Let's finish this area off. Here's some enchanted enemies. Here's where I actually like to use my lightning rod. Just stand back and hit them with the lightning rod. Easy. More enchanted enemies here. Bang. Yeah, the lightning rod adds a lot of extra damage. Thank God these guys don't have thorns. Thorns would hurt a lot. Skeletal horses, nothing. Lightning rod one-shots them. Oh, I should showcase the poison right there. I can probably do it on like these cows right here. Look at the damage tick. Do you see that? Do you see that? 1, 1, 1. Isn't that sad? Sad. So like, there's literally no reason to get the unique variant of the whip right now. Unless you want it to look nice, like me. But it's not doing anything special, sadly. It's just as good as a normal whip. Unless you really think that 1 damage per second's actually changing your world, but I don't think so. All right, we're getting through these enemies. We're destroying everything, getting towards the end. We're gonna try this out on the boss. This is another one of those weapons that you can use on a boss and mobbing, which is pretty cool. Very nice. Does the job very good. The reason the whips are so strong, I feel, is because they do 1-hit combos, a lot like the hammer. So as you can see, is every time I hit this whip, every time I attack with it, it's gonna proc swirling and shockwave to send it across, where normally with weapons you gotta attack 3 or 4 times, because swirling and shockwave are both based off the weapon's combo. How many hits does it take to finish a combo? And when I finish the combo is when shockwave and swirling are going to end. So things like fighter's bindings, it takes 4 hits. With the claymore, I believe it's a 3-hit combo. The hammer is another 1-hit combo. The battle staff's a 5-hit combo, so you should never use them on battle staffs. But yeah, the whip's only a 1-hit combo, and it's a very fast attack. So it procs extremely fast. which adds up to a lot of damage. That's kind of the build I went around with this whip here, going for some attacks that work with finishing combos. I never even equipped a whip until I got the vine whip, and I saw the enchantments and I was like, oh, well, those are pretty interesting. So I put it on without enchantments. I attacked with it a few times and I was like, whoa, 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 wait, is it only a one-hit combo? And I was like, nah, maybe I'm not seeing it right. So I tried it. I put swirling on it. I was like, holy cow, really? It is a one-hit combo. And it's really fast, you know? Well, I mean, I do have Renegade and Mushroom on, but I'm sure still the base speed is decent. We got an Evoker over here we're gonna try to kill. All right, she's down. Let's keep moving forward. Oh, we're at the boss right now. Nice, that didn't take too long. We'll finish off this boss and then we'll show the weapon a little bit. I mean, we practically just did the boss because the Evoker is the boss here, and we're under the presumption right now that the mini boss and the actual boss of the Evoker and Redstone Golem have the same amount of health. I'm sorry, that might have sounded wrong. What I mean is the mini boss version of the Evoker and the actual boss version of the Evoker might have the same amount of health, what we think. And then the mini boss version of the Redstone Golem and the boss version of the Redstone Golem might have the same health as well. Very easy test. I just haven't done it yet. Hopefully I can soon. We're getting here, clearing out the waves. She should be spawning any second here. Giving me no loot because their loot table's pretty poopy. There we go. Holy crap. What Evoker. All right, let's go over the build now. I'll go over everything I'm running here. So we have the Vine Whip, as I just talked about. You knew two of the enchantments. We're running Swirling and Shockwave. And then the third enchantment is Rampaging to give us that extra speed. I normally tell you guys what I think the best enchantments would be, but in this case scenario, I genuinely think this is the best you could get. I don't know what I would change. If you didn't want to run the healing that I am, you could put Leeching instead of Shockwave. But it's this very good enchantment right here, Swirling, Shockwave, Rampaging, because you're getting that Swirling and Shockwave on every single hit. And they buffed Shockwave for it to deal 2,000 damage and attack now, which is really nice. So this does a lot of damage. I would go for this, and again, like I told you and showed you, you do not need the unique variant of the whip. Just get the common variant, the rare variant, it doesn't matter. Get one of the variants with these enchantments, and it literally is going to do exactly the same as the Vine Whip. Vine Whip has no specialty right now because the inflicts poison is just not good damage. And I guess it looks cool, but there's nothing special about it. Common will do just as well. I'm running my normal Renegade. I'm using Renegade with cooldown, Cowardice, Jillian. Works very, very good. Gives me that attack damage boost and the attack speed. On pretty much 45% attack damage boost just right here. And plus I got a damage reduction. He had Cowardice on, and I got another 40% right there with the cooldown to get my artifacts quicker. For our bow, we're running the Nocturnal Bow. The bow doesn't exactly matter. If you watched my video the other day, you would learn that Anima Conduit, or Anime Conduit, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm not really sure yet. However you pronounce this, it heals you based off the number of souls you grab. And it didn't used to work with bows, but it works with bows now. So having this in my bow slot, it actually still heals me when I get souls. So that's how I'm healing. I'm not healing from my armor, my weapon, or my artifacts. I'm actually healing from my bow. And now they added +1 soul gathering to bows. I don't think that was originally a thing, but the soul bows, the bows that have soul stuff built into them, get +1 soul gathering. So that will make it so everything I kill is dropping 1 soul. And then since I'm using Lightning Rod, they will drop a 2nd soul. So everything I kill should drop 2 souls, which will theoretically heal me for 12% of max health. Every time I kill something, I'm getting 12% health back. That is way better than Leeching, and way better than Radiance. Just right there, and it's built in. So yeah, that's how I'm healing, and that's how I would recommend you to do this build. And again, if you didn't want to run the bow thing, and maybe you wanted to run your heart bow with some damage modifiers and maybe a firework, and if so, there's no problem with that. Just take that shockwave off and switch it to Leeching, and you will be set. For my artifacts, I am running double Mushroom Lightning Rod, as you saw, and I've talked about a little bit. I run double Mushroom with the Renegade and cooldown because with 1 cooldown, I can toggle between my two mushrooms, and it will make it so I have infinite mushroom uptime. So I will always have that attack speed and movement speed boost, which just, you know, increases damage a lot and it helps me go through areas a little bit quicker. So I highly recommend that if you haven't tried the combo yet. The lightning rod, it is nice to snipe things. I mean, it doesn't hurt you if things are thorned. It lets you stand behind walls and snipe them with the lightning rod. It really doesn't use a whole lot of souls, and you can do attack fast. It's 22,000 a hit. It even helps with bossing too. So I highly recommend getting a higher level lightning rod and trying it out if you have not yet. It is a very, very good artifact. That'll do it for this build video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It does help me out a lot. If you have not yet, please consider subscribing. That way you'll get nice, helpful content like this. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. This is Bikes out.